I honestly feel like Superwoman.
It can be done. I'm proof. I'm standing right here.
It's a great time for women to be working in mining.
I chose Canada because it's a very strong country in the mining culture.
With the work that I'm doing, I am making a difference.
I love that I'm doing something different every day.
There's something really satisfying about being hands-on in your work. You can make a huge difference with your own two hands. Mary Brearley is a processing operations technician here at New Gold's New Afton mine.
I've been often asked to go talk to different groups of young women and high school girls about what it's like to work up here. And one of their most common questions is about getting dirty. They are always worried about their hair, they're always worried about their makeup, and they're always worried about their clothes. And I just tell them it's easy, it washes off. You can go get your hair done more often. I go and get pedicures and manicures, and it's just dirt. Hi, my name's Mary Brearley, processing operations technician here at New Gold New Afton. Currently, I do things like test the chlorine levels and make sure the filters are functioning properly at the water treatment plant.
You often act as a mentor to girls in high school. Tell me more about that.
I've met a girl at the gas station one day and she was telling me how that she signed up for her first year welding. She starts this year.
It's amazing.
That's amazing. It feels good.
Is that important for you to show them that women can work in trades because you never had that experience when you were younger?
That's exactly why I do it, because I didn't know that women can do it. So I like to make sure that they know, that other people know that you can do it. And it can be done. I'm proof. I'm standing right here. And it's doable. It's very doable. So I thought I had to work in a daycare because I thought that's one of the jobs that women had to do. I thought that was it. Like they work as a hairdresser, they paint nails, or they do makeup, or they work in a daycare. And I thought that was what I was going to do. I work in a daycare. That was my job. Eventually, I ended up talking to some people, and I found out what their wage expectancy was for how many ever years. And I decided that wasn't going to be enough for me and my son. And that was when I discovered AMTA. I seen a sign, and it said mining, training, Aboriginals, and that was enough. It brought me through the door, and they signed me up for some programs. I took a math upgrading program, I took an environmental monitoring training program, and I took a heavy equipment operating program, which all led to me finally getting an interview here at New Gold.
So what was so cool about driving these heavy trucks and all the heavy machinery?
They're huge. They're absolutely huge. Like some of them, you look at them and you're like, I'm 2 feet shorter than its tire. That's just the beginning of it. Yeah.
So it wasn't intimidating for you at all to have to climb into these big trucks and drive them around?
Well, of course it was intimidating. There's a lot of things that happen that are intimidating. But I mean, just because it's scary doesn't mean you can't do it. I mean, you have to be brave enough to do it. My favorite was when I was learning how to run the excavator, and I was making something called a windrow. Basically, it was like a pile. And what I was trying to do is get the loader to put the material up higher than it could actually reach. And when you're running the excavator, you're using your hands and your feet and your thumbs and swinging things and moving stuff all over the place. It was a lot happening all at once, and to see it actually, the material go on top of the hill like it was supposed to, it was super, it's satisfying, exciting, probably the best 5 minutes of my life. I enjoyed working in grinding. There's a lot to do in grinding. It was actually one of the best weight loss I had done in a long time. There's a lot of stairs, there's a lot of shoveling, there's a lot of walking. 2 years ago I had a baby and I was on maternity leave. I came back to work off maternity leave last October. Basically, I never stepped foot in the gym, and I still lost all the baby weight.
So when you first started working here, you were a single mom, you were young, you're Aboriginal. Was that challenging for you?
Yeah, it had its challenges. I was often, even still now, I get called a kid. It doesn't bother me, it never did bother me. But a lot of the people that I work with, I was born the same year they graduated.
So tell me about the time when you were working as a daycare assistant.
When I was working in the daycare, money was tight. I had to make choices of buying a can of Kraft Dinner or a can of corn and decide, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna feed him for the next 2 weeks? Little things like that was like a big thing just because it was not easy for us back then.
Now that you're working here in the mining industry, tell me what your life is like now.
My son, he plays hockey. He's been playing hockey now since I started working here. We do things. I don't have to choose between food and bills. I don't have to make those choices anymore. I don't have to, like my youngest son, I've never ever had to count diapers and make sure that there was gonna be enough to get me to my next payday. And that makes me feel good knowing I've gotten partially up to the staircase to where I wanna be, and I know I can take care of me and my kids. I know that we'll be okay.